It is just before 8 o'clock in the morning. And we gotta catch Lightfoot and Flicker so they can go home. So we have caught up Flicker and Lightfoot and we're getting them ready to go to their new home. Try to get down to yourself.
You getting allergic to working with horses?
Yep.
You think it's much moving?
No, allergic to the morning. You're so sleepy. I'm so sleepy. Can we take a nap together? Start the day again. Flicker and Lightfoot are going to their new homes, and we are so excited for them and all the other horses that got amazing homes.
Getting ready to load up Hendrix and Fannie, and they're going to their new home. They were adopted during our adoption event last week.
Good job.
All right, they're headed off to their new home. We're so excited. I think that is the last group of horses from our adoption event to get transported to their new home.
So I went and checked the mail this morning and we got a package, so I'm curious to see what it is. She makes greeting cards, so she's sending us some greeting cards that we can use to send out people for donations. A little horse one.
Sarah, what are you working on?
Taking photos of Sadie for the website.
This is Bailey. We're giving her a bath to cool her down and clean her up a little. She does this funny thing with her lips when you give her a bath. It's cute.
The mare we rescued from the auction with the huge swelling on her throat, we're going to try to work on her and try to help her. We don't know what the outcome's going to be, but we're thankful that she's here and she's going to get the help that we can give her. If you'll have anything you want to cover as well, I was going to should we get something in the office? Don't touch stuff with the glove. Yeah. So the veterinarian has opened up the big swelling. It kind of sounded like a balloon when it was deflating. And opened it all up, looked in there, couldn't find anything, any leaks or intertrachea or anything, but when he sewed her back up, it's starting to blow back up again like a balloon. And so we're going to try to keep working on her and see what we can do, try to get a solution to save her, because it's not looking good.
Sybil had a big swelling in her neck. There were some big blood vessels real close to it. It was not the jugular, because we isolated the jugular and carotid. They were where they were supposed to be. It had been an old injury because there's a lot of scar tissue in there, and there was a lot of air. I feel like she's got a tear in her trachea somewhere, but we could not find it. So what we tried to do was go in and close the dead space, seal everything up, and then put some vet wrap around it very carefully so we did not obstruct breathing, and maybe we can get things to scar together. So anyway, we hope we did the best for Miss Sybil we could do, and we'll check her next week, and we'll be checking her throughout the week and seeing how she's doing.
Allyssa is catching Godiva, and Shelby is just finishing tacking up Sunny, and Jesse just caught Venus.
We are on a trail ride with Venus, Sunny, and Godiva. This is Godiva's very first trail ride out. She's doing amazing.
this was Godiva's first trail ride and her third ride altogether. She did really good, not spooky. She leads, she rides in the middle, in the back. She did really good.
We have got to get the swatter situation underway. Summer's almost over, and it'd be really good to have all the automatic waters installed by the time the first freeze hits. I know we've been talking to a plumber, and pretty much we need to sit down now and figure out where exactly we're going to put each water, and then I'm going to go out and mark it with flagging, and he's going to come back, measure it out, and give us a quote. And he says it's a 1 to 2 week process until I get to work on it.
It'll be nice to get it done. So I've got all the Nelson waters here. We just need to figure out where to put them. So if we split them between the pens, so we kind of figure out like this pen.
So the mark on the ground, you want to indicate where the pipe is going to be running. So I have it coming from the office, going up the alleyway, and I need another one going off there to go over to automatic water. And then I tie a ribbon where he's going to be running the automatic water, and he knows approximately on this side we'll go down about 30 feet, and on the uphill side we're going to go 50 feet and put the waters in.
So I'm working on, I have a list here of all the horses here at the shelter, including the quarantine horses, and I'm just dividing them into different sections and their different levels, if they're under 2 years old or if they're still in quarantine. So that way we have a visual right here on one board where we can just go to it and find what we need quickly. So.
What are those folks think about?
That's a load of alfalfa hay coming in. So we're gonna park it beside our arena this time, so it's out of the way. There it goes. Be nice to have it out of the way this time. Last time it was right in front of our office, and this time we'll just have it parked back here. Well, now he's hooking up to the other trailer, which I'm so glad it's gonna be gone. It was right in front of our office. Yay, now we can actually see our bunkhouse. Got lots of nice alfalfa hay.
Amen.
So this alfalfa hay is gonna help so many horses here at our shelter. And the exciting thing is, right before this hay was delivered, we actually got a check for $5,000. And that's what this hay cost. So that check was able to cover this entire semi-load of hay, and we only had to pay the transport for it because that donation covered it. So, you know, it's just amazing how when there's a need, it's covered, and I just like to thank all of you for making that a reality. This hay should last us through the winter because we're going to supplement it with other hay, and then other, you know, if the horses are super skinny, this hay will be great for those horses. So thank you so much for your support, and to the special person who made that donation, I just can't thank you enough.
Been verified, it's checked off, but the Google's not done.
Okay, so we just need to do a Google search.
So, that
You want?
I've been right here.
I've been looking for you, Sarah. I found her.
Here?
Yes.
I've been, Sarah. Slick.
Girl, she's
I've been here the whole time.
she's been back here with
You slipped in here on us. Okay, when you're
Hey,
done with that, I need your help with something.
We've all been calling for you, looking for you.
Y'all were talking when I went by. I saw you. Anyways, Sybil is having her second surgery today. The vet did one last week and wasn't able to find anything, and she did swell up again, so we're doing another surgery to hopefully find what's going on with her, and we hope that it is something that we can fix and we can be able to help her. So her breathing was kind of like, you could tell she had an infection, so I cleaned her nose out and stuff, and then she sounded better.
She's like, I'm so glad y'all are done.
She's collecting a lot of extra air in here between, here's her trachea, and this is, you got your jugular and carotid here, and she's collecting air between there, and we've gone in twice trying to find the air leak and why she's leaking. We even used a little endoscope trying to see if she had a problem with the soft palate. Tried to find holes in her trachea like she'd been injured before, and we haven't found them. Amazingly enough, sometimes you go in there and you get some scar tissue and the injury will scar up. We're sort of hoping for that right now and to keep pressure off of it by having a catheter in each side and keeping the air down. We're sort of plugging away. There's a couple other things we want to try next, and we don't want her to suffer a lot, but we don't want to give up on her either.
It's hard to tell as far as if she's had a ruptured pubic tendon or not. With her being 12 years old and having the presentation of like a pot belly and stuff, it's definitely possible. Feeling up underneath on the ventral part, she definitely feels like she might have a little bit of scarring, and you can see on ultrasound some thinning of the tissue and stuff, making it even more possible that she has ruptured it. Her uterus is a little bit thickened, but it sounds like improved from when Dr. Scott was out here last time. So.
What you doing, Travis?
Oh, I'm cutting a hole in the wall to put a gate in, so that we can access the sidebar a little easier. So I got all the boards off. Now I got the board cut flush with the edge of the room here. I'm starting to cut across the bottom of this board right here. I've got a little section right here. Unfortunately, I'm having some troubles with some tools overheating, and I've got to wait for them to cool down at the moment. Okay, so I cut out and put a new wall here and put in a gate, so it makes it a little easier to access the sidebar in here.
How she's been doing, and she doesn't seem to be afraid of anything, so that's a big plus.
So what I'm doing is, I'm not always the best at computers and all this crazy stuff, but Facebook has made a supporter program. So you can become a monthly supporter on Facebook, and you get a little badge that you're a supporter, and so I'm setting that up right now. I have to make a thank you video, so I'm trying to work on that, and then there's a secret Facebook group that you become a part of where you see behind the scenes things, so I'm trying to get the thank you done. I brought a light over here because I think it might work better. Hey, it's Tawny. I just wanted to thank you so much for becoming a supporter of our organization. With your support, we'll be able to transform the lives of hundreds of horses. Because you became a sponsor, you'll be able to have secret access to our private supporter Facebook page. So head on over there, see what's happening behind the scenes at our organization, and give me your feedback because I want to know what you want to hear from us. Thank you again for your support.